Whoa.
Oh. Oh. Whoa. Well, that came through. Hi, I'm Zach.
And I'm Brandon.
And we're the Bourbon Bros.
All right, Zach, we got probably a long overdue tasting today.
Yeah, we have quite the lineup in front of us. I mean, it's in our name, Wisconsin Bourbon Bros.
We've got a bunch of Wisconsin bourbons, exclusively Wisconsin bourbons, actually.
Yeah, and I'm super excited because I know in our lineup here, we have the winner of our bracket play from our bracket video, which is it was a huge standout and a surprise to us.
Yeah, it'll be cool to revisit that one, and let's see if it's as good today as it was maybe a couple weeks ago.
Yeah, and maybe how it lines up against other Wisconsin distilleries. So.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see how they compare. What do you say? We just jump in and maybe start with our Driftless Glen here?
Love to.
All right. Yeah, that feels familiar. Yeah, that feels like home. That feels like a Wisconsin bourbon.
It feels like I'm sitting in a lounge. Like I'm hanging out with Brandon. Okay? Sometimes we go to cigar bars. We're hanging out. We're smoking a cigar. This feels I don't know if sophisticated is the right word.
Cozy?
Yeah, it's cozy. It's got a nice hug to it. It's got that oakiness, and you know what? I think I'm a sucker for that. When it has like a nice heat to it, nice warmth, and that smoky oaky kind of flavor.
Yeah,
it really kind of gets me good.
Yeah, it definitely has that rye forward smell and taste for me, and I'm coming around to the rye a little bit. You know, you try enough ryes and eventually become a rye guy, I guess. I don't know, but that definitely holds up. It's tasty. It's not like overly anything, but it has a nice, really well balanced profile throughout.
Yeah, I think what stuck out the most is probably what you're saying. It's just all the way through. It kind of takes you on a nice journey.
Yeah, it's well rounded.
What do we got here?
This is the Yahara Bay Badger whiskey here.
Badger whiskey. It's got the badger head on it, I think, right?
Yeah. It's got the little badger head. So this is a Madison favorite, representing the capital of Wisconsin. And that's a 4-year age statement on this one.
That's excellent marketing. I love the look of that bottle.
You're gonna get some homers on that for sure. Yeah. I mean, if you're in Madison proper, anybody who's a Badger fan is probably gonna be drinking.
Well, and on top of that, it's bourbon, and I feel like Badgers are just tough.
That's true. Yeah. Tough bourbon Badger. Sure, why not? Let's go. Let's go on. See if
it's manly stuff.
Let's see if it's as manly on the palate. A little grain forward, I feel like. I'm getting a little bit of ethanol off of this one.
Yeah, I'm definitely thinking fingernail polish a little bit.
Yeah.
Fingernail remover polish.
I've actually never polished my nails before, so.
Okay. What is that? Are you trying to say something? Are you gonna polish my nails?
Well, you said fingernail polish.
I've had to remove fingernail polish off of many patients before.
Okay. All right.
This has got a unique flavor too.
It's definitely unique. Yeah, it's definitely unique. I think, the thing that a lot of people don't realize is there are a lot, and this doesn't even represent some of the majors, right? J. Henry's not in this lineup. There's a couple of Milwaukee distillers as well that aren't represented here, but I think a lot of people don't realize that Wisconsin has this many distilleries.
Yeah.
And, with this one in particular, it feels kind of like a craft bourbon to me.
I think this one almost kind of is I feel like it's almost a little brother to this one.
Yeah, this is just a few years behind.
Yeah.
Driftless has been around for a little while. J. Henry's been around for a little while. Great Lakes has been around for a while. This definitely feels a little bit young.
Yeah. The thing that stood out the most to me is this one also too has that little bit of oaky, smoky flavor in there as well.
Are you picking up an oaky?
When on the palate, not on the smell whatsoever. On the palate, I'm feeling that little bit of oakiness in there, and I like that. It almost smells like you're grilling a brat or a hot dog, which is a really nice smell.
Yeah.
But it's that's kind of what it reminds me of. It's not the same type of oak.
Yeah, it's not. It's okay. It's just a little young for me. I think it needs a little more time in the barrel to mature. I think the problem with Wisconsin is that we don't have those huge climate swings like they do down south.
What do we got next? I don't know these bourbons, so Brandon knows them a little better than me.
So we're moving on to the Red Cabin here. So this is a Milwaukee distiller, and kind of a cool thing here. So this is a single barrel. This is a store pick. I thought there was something special about this, but I don't recall. But store pick, Central Standard Distiller, and that's here in Milwaukee, which is kind of cool.
You know what I would say special about this one so far for me, even though I haven't tasted it yet? If looking at these right now, this definitely looks like almost our darkest one.
It's definitely up there with the darkness.
Okay, let's give it a shot. Let's try it.
So I've never had the Red Cabin. They do have a pretty cool distillery tour that's pretty reputable here in Milwaukee.
Yeah.
So maybe there's a future video to come in.
Yeah, that would be cool. Ooh, it's got a nice sweetness to the nose.
It does?
Yeah.
This probably had the most robust nose this far, I think, in my opinion. Whoa.
Oh. Oh. Whoa. Well, that came through.
Okay, so coming from and this is not to say anything about Yahara Bay, but coming from that to there,
Wow.
way different. Very sweet, very oaky.
Can we just say fucking wow?
Yeah, that was really good, dude.
Like that was delicious. And character depth to this. It was spicy and it flew over the tongue just perfectly.
That is delicious.
That was good. Yeah, I agree.
That really took me by surprise.
Not surprised too much though, because the nose was very, very nice.
Yeah, it greeted you very happily on the nose, and once you stepped inside the house, that was even better.
The heat was on. The fireplace was cooking.
Yeah, no doubt.
I'm gonna taste more.
Yeah, let's go back in there.
We gotta get another one of these. Does it remind you of anything? For me, that spice is really sticking out, but like it breaks through that spice, which is I like, and gives me so much sweetness. It's like very sweet.
Super sweet. It's like a little fireball almost. You know, I'm getting like the sweetness and the heat. It's sweet heat.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
It's a good exchange.
And I like sweet and spicy.
Yeah, that's good. This is sweet and spicy bourbon.
Nice.
Yeah, this is your Asian zing of bourbon.
Woo!
No, that was really good. Good for you, Red Cabin. I was not expecting that.
I'm gonna have to get one of those for myself.
121 proof. 121 proof.
Oh, that's where that hug comes from.
Yeah, it's really good.
Yeah, put me in a cabin out in the snow.
I'm telling you.
I'm having some of that.
You don't even need a fire. You just take that with you.
Yeah. All right.
I guess we move on. It feels unfair. Let's do this. Let's swap. Just knowing what we know. Let's swap.
From the looks.
Let's just swap these
I'm
over.
gonna swap my glasses.
Because it's going to be unfair, I think, to go into the Great Lakes. And I want to treat each one with its just due. Let's hop into the Wollersheim. This is also a pick.
Yeah. Oh, and it's kind of so it's not necessarily special, but it's kind of special because we got it
a little bit. Yep.
We got it from we go to Vino's
Yep.
in Oconomowoc,
Yep.
another Wisconsin place where we are part of a bourbon club.
Yeah.
And they came and they presented their bourbon, and we had a tasting. And I don't know if the guy's name was Eric or Nick. I don't remember his name. But we went there and he told us all about their bourbons and how passionate they are, so I'm excited.
Yeah, it's great. We've got a tour scheduled there for late spring, early summer, I believe, through Vino.
Perfect.
So we're gonna bus up there. We'll film that. We got permission to do that, so stay tuned for that. But like Zach said, this is a Vino barrel pick, and we've tried this before, but it's been a while. It's been a couple months now.
Yeah.
Let's give it a try. What do you say?
I also kind of want to mention that I know Wollersheim is very dedicated to Wisconsin. That so much that if you are from Wisconsin and even places surrounding it, Spotted Cow, I feel like they want to be the Spotted Cow of Wisconsin.
Sure. Yeah, absolutely. They want to be a branded Wisconsin.
Yep. They're like, hey, we're Wisconsin strong. We represent, so.
And Wollersheim's known for a lot of things, right? You're a wine guy. They're a cognac first. I think that's kind of what they're known for. They're wine and they're cognac.
That's what this smell reminds me of.
It does kind of feel winey.
Yeah.
It's a winey bourbon, but not in a sad way, you know?
We like wine around here, okay? We don't like whining. We like wine.
This cries out, I don't know. I just want to say whiny. Some kind of whiny pun.
It's a It does cry out a different smell for sure across the board here.
You're the worst.
I don't know how to describe that sweetness that I'm smelling. It's not a good or a bad thing to me, I feel, but it makes me curious. I love Wollersheim.
All right. Can we keep it real? Can we keep it a buck?
We're gonna always keep it a buck. We love all these places equally.
All right. Let's be real here. It's not very good.
No, it kind of tastes like a paper mill. It reminds me of like I'm eating a pencil. Like that's what I'm thinking about. Like you chewing on a pencil in class. Like that's what it reminds me of.
That is almost hard to drink. It's almost hard to drink.
It's just not right.
It's not. It's something they need to tweak it a little bit. That's not. Yeah.
Also, Wollersheim is a winery, so maybe we try their wine sometime.
Yeah. You know what? Good people, good mission.
Yeah.
The bourbon's not quite there.
Yeah.
Yeah. Bourbon's not quite there.
And we all know that takes time.
It does. Yeah. And no doubt. And you know what? This is probably a little bit experimental. This is not quite their first. It's not their lead-in spirit.
Yeah.
Let's give them a little credit. They're on purpose. They're intentional, and I think they'll eventually come around.
And I think they talk a lot about, hey, this bourbon specifically that night when we bought this, this is commonly used in old fashions.
Oh, sure.
It's something that we recommend mixing with.
Sure.
So it couldn't, and maybe it's not their top shelf, hey, we've aged this for 10 years. I want you to only have this neat type thing, right?
Yeah, I think you're onto something there. This has got very distinct flavor.
A flavor that we love, by the way.
I don't love it. It's got a distinct flavor. I think this would hold up in a cocktail. It needs a little work, a little bit of tweaking.
Yeah, it needs a little cover up from a cocktail. Let's try the Stillo in oak.
Let's dive in. Still in oak. It smells like grass. That is just a bottle of hay. I think.
This smells actually kind of similar to that, but this is like 10 times as strong as potent.
This actually has a little bit of, like the Wollersheim has a little bit of char to it.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, look at the color.
But this just smells like someone took some grass clippings and just bottled it up.
Yeah, it smells like me in a cardboard box.
You know what? It's a very simple. If I had to guess, this is just a rye. I wouldn't say this is a bourbon in the slightest. I'd say it's just a rye.
Yeah.
It's a young rye. There's not a lot of complexity. It's pretty straightforward.
Do you even think there's that rye spice? Do you taste any of that robustness to it?
There's no spice to it by any means.
Just the nose, right?
Just a sharp flavor. I don't have a lot to say on this. You know what? Great Lakes has produced a ton of different iterations of the bourbon.
Yeah.
This is one of the originals. This is their mainstay. This is a mixer, is what it is. Probably not fair to be in this lineup.
They're just bad bourbons.
They're just not good.
They're bad.
These just shouldn't. These aren't in the taste anymore. Like let's just keep it a buck, right? Let's just keep it real. This is kind of its own deal. It's an intermediate, and then these two are kind of standouts. But if I was going to put them in order, I honestly probably would put them that way. I would probably, because this has so much going on.
Can we try it? Do we have still more of these?
Yeah,
We'll pour a little bit more. These are our favorites out of these picks.
Yeah, you know what? Again, not a lot of, I poured just the red kettle.
Okay.
So, not a lot of intentionality behind what we're doing today, other than just trying some Wisconsin bourbons, right? Giving our thoughts on them. But it kind of turned into I don't really want to drink that anymore.
Yeah.
That just needs time. It needs to just kind of be its own thing.
Yeah.
Probably didn't do fair by these good mixers, right? We'll just call them mixers. This is good. This is okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. These two are standouts. I would drink either of these.
We just are sitting here and trying to have a good time. And these are ones that are going to enable us to have a little bit of a better time.
Yeah, totally. Listen, we're representing Wisconsin. There's a lot of distillers out there. Some of them performed, some of them didn't.
Yeah.
I don't know that I would need to ever put these into a glass to drink straight. This is okay. This is an alright bourbon. A little young, probably in a couple of years it'll be worth mentioning.
Yeah, for sure.
But these two are standouts.
Yeah.
Agreed?
Agreed. This red cabin, super good.
Yeah, it was really good. In fact,
Highly impressed.
I think we're both in agreement. We're probably gonna have to compare this to some of our other bourbons just to see how good it is. Kudos again, Central Standard, a red cabin here with quite a standout here, and Eamon's with the
store pick,
with the selection. All right, guys, if you made it this far, we are grateful for you. We're excited to grow the channel, but we need your help.
Yeah, we definitely need your help. Like, subscribe, comment, let us know where you're from, what kind of bourbons you might have in your state, or maybe are you from Wisconsin and you've had these before? We would love to know.
Until the next time,
we're the Bourbon Bros.
that we are.